All right, so Luke asks, do you deal with burnout from doing this? Now, the simple answer to that and the way you can reframe it is what exactly are you burning out from? Are you being busy or are you being productive? Is that leading to burnout? Because if you're burning out, you're either doing a lot of things that's not pushing the needle forward, or you're doing one thing that's pushing the needle forward and you're feeling the burnout then. Now, when you reflect on it, is it good to get burnout or is it bad to get burnout? Either way, reflect and are you utilizing your time to effectiveness or are you only doing it just to do it? Right? Because at the end of the day, if you feel burnt out, what exactly are you feeling burnt out about? If this is your job every single day to have an impact on others' lives, to have a significant change on other people's life, what's there to have a burnout about, right? Once you shift your mindset to, I know I'm helping people, I know I'm having an impact on other people, then I don't feel burnout because this is fulfilling. That fulfillment you get from being able to change someone's life or being able to have an impact on someone's life just because you posted a video, just because you messaged them, just because you've sent a voice message, whatever it is, you just built a relationship, you changed someone's life, all because of those one simple things. That's how you deal with burnout if you ever do experience it, just shifting your mindset and shifting your perspective. And then once again, it stems from hanging around the right people, making sure the right people you surround yourself with as well are the right people making you better every single day rather than pushing you down or keeping you at that same level. Okay. Now, before, let me just shush that one real quick. Um, can you guys still hear me? Yes or no?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yes, perfect. No worries. Cool. So today is another free live masterclass session that I'll be walking you guys through. And what I want to show, usually I go into my story, but I want to show the feedback from last week. Right? Last week's session was really good. We really went in depth about the fundamentals of appointment setting, right? This is someone's feedback. I found it really eye-opening to see another like-minded individual, just like myself, doing this type of stuff. I'm more interested and motivated. I just told my mom this is going to help me turn my life around at this moment in time. Perfect. That's from one live masterclass session. Thanks a lot, Us, for that. It means a lot to me that you take your time out of your day to help others that are just trying to reach success. I'll definitely stay tuned next week, Monday. Another one. And then we go on to the third one. Thanks also for the one-on-one chat. I did take something that made more sense to me and understandable for you to go in depth. To make more sense is appreciated also. Looking forward to more information and skills. Now, this is a prime example of like showing up to a call, but then also putting it into action. You can provide this value, provide the knowledge to someone. You can reflect on it, but if you're not putting it into action, it doesn't mean anything, right? Because these are great. These messages are great, but have they put that into action? I don't know. Have they put all of the information that I provided them with? Have they used it to land themselves a role? Because there's a bunch of roles out here, 100 jobs right here, appointment setting. Have they applied the knowledge yet? We go over to Indeed. Have they applied the knowledge yet? Okay. Urgently hired. Hiring multiple candidates. There's a bunch to choose from, right? So that's one thing in itself. Now, that was feedback from last week. For everyone that's here now, I know a few are from the very beginning, but there's some new faces in here, which I'm grateful to see. Okay, now this is what I'm going to talk about a little bit about my story. Right, my name's Nelson. I'm 20 years old. I was able to replace my warehouse income just from learning and implementing high income skills. Right, I was in the same position as many of you are today, working a job I don't like, being tied down to a boss I don't like, and that's when I realized I'll never be paid for the value I provide to the workplace, but only be paid by the hour. Because I say this every week, right? But let's say you're working at a retail job, for example, and let's say you're doing, you know, more work than your co-worker, that doesn't matter because unless you're getting paid commission wise, that doesn't matter because you're both getting paid hourly, right? It doesn't matter how hard you work, doesn't matter how less harder they work, you're still going to get paid the same. And once I realized that, I realized I will rather be paid for my value I can provide rather than the value, rather than the hourly rate, right? It doesn't make sense to be paid by hour, knowing that this person next to me is working 10 times less and I'm working 10 times harder. How can I become someone of value, work 10 times harder than anyone else, and be paid for that, right? I'm not saying being paid hourly is bad. I respect everybody that works a job. I mean, if you're okay with that, but me personally, I know other people out there. I mean, Luke, you said it yourself, you know that it's not worth it in a sense, knowing that this person does probably 10 times less than me, they get paid the same amount of me, I'll do 10 times more and get paid the same. That's why I decided to make a change. That's why I decided to want to have an impact on other people's lives because of that specific reason. Okay. If we fast forward to today, I've built a six-figure business online in less than 6 months just from learning high income skills. Now, today, we're going to go pretty much in depth about the framework of everything. Like last week, we spoke about the fundamentals. That's what we need. This week, we'll go into the framework of everything. Okay. Now, who was on? I know Liz was on our session last week. We focused on the fundamentals. If you could remember, Liz, what were your biggest takeaways from understanding the fundamentals and why do you feel like they were important?
because they're the building blocks
Mm.
to be able to have success in any other high income skill.
Mm-hmm. 100%, right? It's the building blocks for anything. It's like when you start anything, you need the fundamentals first. So if you have the fundamentals now we lead into getting into frame, we're getting into a framework because we have the foundation. We ran foundation the week prior. We ran fundamentals the week last week. And the week before that, I'm pretty sure we ran over how to have a conversation, the beginning of a conversation. And like Liz just said, it's the building blocks for everything. If you don't have the fundamentals, you're pretty much in a spot where you don't have that set in place, so you can't get to where you really want to be, right? Now, like we said, why should we start with appointment setting? Why? Okay. Appointment setting is the foundation of high level sales and business growth. Before mastering closing deals, you need to first understand how to build relationships, qualify leads, create urgency, all of which starts in the DMs. Now, I'm going to show you guys a win inside ABC on why this is so important. Lewis right here. He joined ABC about 1 month ago. Okay. He has now secured a SDR commission only, no cap with a solar company only 1 month into ABC. Now, this role has potential making up $5,000 per week. If you don't know what an SDR is, pretty much all he needs to do is message people or cold outreach people via text message, via calls, but this stems from actually having that skill set from ABC. This stems from having been certified through ABC because Lewis right here got certified through ABC, went on to Seek, and he searched up SDR, searched that up, sales development representative. All of these roles right here, over 126, 180,000, 95,000 OTE. That means on target earnings. So that they could reach up to 100K just from being an SDR. Do you guys see the potential here? Do you see the opportunity that's around the corner? You can even go to Indeed.com.
Sorry to interrupt. I got
Oh,
a
good. What's going
question.
on? Do you have a question? Hello?
Um, does that work? Does that work in NZ as well, or Hala?
NZ. So do you guys have like a where do you guys go to find a job? Do you go find a job on and then Z.
We go on
Uh,
Seek
Seek. You can find it
Seek
on Seek as well.
right there. That's usually where we go.
Mecca's.
Cool. So let me go to seek.com NZ. Yeah, let me go here. So this is the NZ one, SDR. Look at that. Sales executive, business development representative, 85K plus commissions, on target earnings of 150K, $60 per hour, including 8% holiday pay. See, guys, the opportunities is there. This is we go appointment setting. Over 150 jobs. I mean, look at that. No experience required. If I'm any of you guys right now, I'm clicking on that from New Zealand and applying to it, seeing what they can provide. Now, number one thing with applying for roles like this, make sure you never pay to work for them because number one, they should be paying you to work for them. And number two, why should you pay them if they're going to enroll you? It's like applying for a job in real life, right? Do you pay them to work for them or do they pay you to work for them? Right? So make sure of that as well. New business development manager.
Yeah, because like that's one thing like I'm trying to get off.
Mm. Just make sure you
Sorry,
don't make
my
that
bad.
because
But like that's one thing I'm really scared of, like because when they ask for your credit card and you have
mm,
to pay like a fee, it's like all those people who do courses. It's like
mm.
like buying a course.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot of courses out there that provide no value whatsoever. But I mean, this is a true testament to Lewis, right? Because ABC, if you guys don't know what ABC is, it's literally the company that took me from broke to where I am now, right? So they taught me the skills of appointment setting, they taught me the skills of sales, marketing, everything that I know today. Now, I invested into myself. Yes, I invested into t my time, my effort, and my energy, and obviously my money into learning the knowledge, into learning the skills. They didn't promise me anything. They promised skills. It's like signing up to the gym, right? If a company promises you anything, don't believe them because how can they guarantee you results if you don't show up, right? If a company says, yeah, we're gonna give you XYZ. How can they guarantee that if you don't show up every single day? Unless it's written on contract and you have to pay for it. Doesn't make any sense, right? So this win right here by Lewis is a true testament to why we start with appointment center because it's the foundation, right? It's the foundation of high level sales and business growth. Lewis invested into himself, invested into his time, his effort, and his energy into ABC, and he saw the result, and it worked out for him. 1 month in, right? Sure, bro.
Yo, so I just wanted to ask. So is I'm kind of like just in case understanding appointment setting, but is appointment setting where you work under, let's say, a big content creator or just someone with a big platform,
Yep.
and you get them onto their course because of what they can sell?
Yep. So appointment setting in simple terms, let you guys know Ashton Hall, right?
Yeah.
He sells a fitness offer. He's really jacked, really big. So he sells a fitness offer on how to get really jacked and really big and use his content to be able to do that. Now, Ashton Hall can't be in the DMs every single day pointing people to his sales team. So Ashton Hall hires appointment setters to log into his account and they work for him. They book in calls for Ashton Hall and they receive a commission based off that, right? See, now with appointment setting in itself, it doesn't always need to be around big influencers or a big influencer, right? It can be a business in itself. Because if we look at all these roles here,
Mm.
sales development representative, for golf course, high growth tech company, sales representative for Caesar Corp, and we can go to just remote work in itself, right? Admin assistant, accounting manager. See, now the thing with this though is that a lot of people want to apply for these jobs. Over 8,000 jobs available, but a lot of people aren't ABC qualified. And what I mean by that is if I come over to the wins right here, this is my guy TK, right? He joined ABC, I think it was last week, and he got certified by ABC in 4 days. What certified mean is that he's certified to be a appointment setter for any company. And it's like a resume, right? He has now the certification, also like a degree. He has a certification now to go to all of these jobs, apply, and say, I've been certified by ABC. They've trained me up and got to where I am today. Majority, 5 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, he's going to land that role. And Lewis is a testimonial to that because he joined ABC a month ago. He got certified 2 weeks in. 2 weeks later, he's landed himself a SDR role within 1 month. Does that make sense? I kind of went into a little rabbit hole there, but try to tie it back into why it's important. Cool. Now, we talked about this. Number two is a setting framework. Okay, this will show you how to feel more confident so you can take the lead, guide conversations, and keep everything on track, all while sounding natural and relaxed, not like you're reading from a script. That's the last thing you want. You don't want to sound like you're reading from a script, don't want to sound like AI, and you don't want to sound like a bot either way, right? Number three, information gathering. You'll learn how to ask smart and thoughtful questions during a conversation that help you understand what the other person is struggling with, what they really want, and what's going to get there, what's going to get in the way. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys a clear example of what it's going to look like for the framework, right? So you have the framework, then you have information gathering, and I'll show you what an example looks like. So the prospect reaches out. I've been wanting to do this for years. I've had dreams of being a sports influencer, but never have done it. This is a perfect message to send back. Number one, you're relating to them. Number two, you're adding value to it as well. And number three, you're asking an open-ended question. So I've been wanting to do this for years. I've had dreams of being a sports influencer, but I've never done it. That's so cool. I've loved sports too. I played rugby for years, and I know how powerful it can be. I know how powerful it can be to turn that passion into something bigger. The thing is, the longer you wait, the harder it gets, right? I hate for you to look back in a few months and feel like you missed out on a chance to take action. Let's dive into this call and make sure we can get you on a path to make those dreams happen. Now, you see, all in one message, we've related to them. We've actually made them realize, okay, I don't want you to look back in a few months and missed out on this chance. Let's make this happen and let's put you in the right direction. All from one message, right? This is a really good example right here. Does this make sense to everyone so far? Or am I just little blabbering on for a little bit? Yes, no's, maybes. Perfect. Yeah, bro, makes sense. Cool. Cool. Now, I probably say this every single week. Okay. I've pretty much walked you through the first step of a setting framework. Okay. Because you have why we start with appointment setting. Here's the proof right here. Here's the opportunity. And here's the preparation. Right? Setting framework, information gathering, example. When preparation meets opportunity, that equals success. Now, I asked this guys to everyone last week and everybody said no. Everyone that's on today's session, do you have consistent training for the preparation? Do you have good enough skills to meet the opportunity? And are you prepared to be successful? What do I mean by this? By consistent training, Monday, 8 p.m. Sydney time, it's the only time you guys are getting training. So is that consistent enough to be prepared? What I mean by being prepared is are you getting certified in these inside any training, right? Are you getting this training that's proven to work, right? Do you have enough skill set to meet the opportunity that is around the corner? Do you have the skill set to work remote when applying for these jobs? Right? AI content creator, copywriter. We go into setting or appointment setting. Outdoor solo appointment setting, in-office appointment setter. These are paying upwards to 100K a year. Right there, right? But are we prepared to be successful? Do we have the skills to meet the opportunity? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Now, next, what I want to talk about is just doing the work. Okay, this might be as cliche, boring, whatever it is, but when I tell you you need to do it tired, you need to do it happy, you need to do it sad, you need to free from how you feel, right? Stick to the plan, not your mood. Don't base your structure or your goal on how you feel, because the devil will tempt you with distractions every single day. And what I mean by that is when you feel like I'm on my grind, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, one day you might wake up all the motivation and then you're gonna go out because you have all the motivation. The next day you might wake up not wanting to do anything, right? The next day you might wake up sore, you might wake up tired. Either way, you're not going to do it because you're doing it on base how you feel. And what I want to make sure for you guys to understand, screenshot this, take it in, but do it tired, do it happy, do it sad, do it with motivation, but free from how you feel. Once you start to do that, you're not going to do things on how you feel. You're not going to do things on if you're tired, if you're not tired, if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're motivated. You're going to do things based on the plan. So, number one, set a plan out on what you want and stick to it. All right. Discipline over motivation. Stick to the plan, not your mood. Don't base your structure or goals on how you feel, because the devil will tempt you with distractions every single day. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, I'm going to show another win inside ABC. And what I mean by being prepared for the opportunity, this is being prepared. TK, 4 days into ABC, he landed a certificate with ABC. He's now certified and he's able to go land roles with all of these jobs right here, all of the opportunities. This is Burden, right? So this is certified, right? He's been in here for a month and he's been able to get certified just like that. These are all within the last week, I mind you. This is Sholin, role secured. Hey everyone, can't believe I'm saying this only after 6 weeks and being ABC, but I've secured my first role. Seems like a bloody good one too. Good earning potential and surrounded with such like-minded people. Let me drive. I'm so grateful for this. If I was able to go back and tell myself that I would be working a sales role just 2 months ago, I'll probably just slap myself on the spot. So it goes to show, right? When you're surrounding yourself with the right people, when you're provided with the skills to be skilled enough, 6 weeks in, he's landed a role. He told himself 2 months ago, probably slapped himself in the face. So it goes to show the training is there. Are we prepared? Yes or no? Why are we not? Okay. Now, I do this every week, and I really appreciate everyone that does do it. It pretty much just shows your appreciation for this. And what it is, it's pretty much just a story time. And it's a free shout out for you guys as well. So once it, if you found this masterclass of value, please take a screenshot or a photo of this session and tag me on your guys' story, and I can reshare it to my Instagram, and I'll give you guys a free shout out. Does that sound all good for everyone inside?
Oh, we can ask something.
Yep.
Oh, where's the record of this?
Yeah, so if you want the recording to this, just message me straight after this, because I'll be leaving up for like 24 hours.
Alright.
So just message me live, the word live, so I know that's what you want. And I'll send that through straight to you.
Wait,
Nelson, Nelson,
do you have to pay for that, bro?
Now that one's free, bro. This whole live session's free.
Nelson, can I
Wait,
ask something, please?
What's up, bro?
So just keep it in the short term, yeah. What was the whole purpose of this masterclass? You don't have to explain everything. I just want to learn because I was a little bit late. Sorry.
All good, bro. So the whole purpose of this masterclass was last week we talked about the fundamentals. We talked about the feedback from last week, number one.
Yeah.
Um, just let someone in. And then we talked about why start with appointment setting. Okay. It's the foundation of high level sales and business growth. And then I went into an ABC win of why we start with appointment setting. This is a SDR role landed by Lewis within 1 month. Then after this, we talked about the setting framework. Okay. This will show you how to feel more confident so you can take and lead guide the conversation. Okay. After that, you have information gathering. You learn how to ask and smart, thoughtful questions during the conversation. Next, I gave a live example of what that looks like. So say,
Yeah.
for example, prospect, let's say you're working for Ashton Hall and your appointment setter for Ashton Hall. Prospect reaches out saying, I've been wanting to do this for years. I've had dreams of being a sports influencer, but I've never done it. This, as a setter, this should be your reply. That's so cool. I love sports. I played rugby for years and I know how powerful it can be to turn that passion into something bigger. The thing is, the longer you wait, the harder it gets to start, right? I'd hate for you to look back in a few months and feel like you missed out on the chance to take action. Let's dive into this core and make sure we can get you on path to making those dreams happen. That's a live example of a prospect reaching out and a setter responding. Then I once again spoke about the preparation meets opportunity equals success. This one is very important. Just do the work. Don't do it tired, do it happy, do it sad. But most importantly, you need
that's
to
still
be from how you feel.
Yeah.
Stick to your plan, not your mood. Don't base your structure or goal on how you feel, because the devil will tempt you with distractions every single day.
That's very true.
Then
touch.
I provided 3 setting wins with inside ABC. One secured a role,
Yeah.
one certified, and then 4 people certified. 4 days TK was certified. And then now we're up to story time. Where free shout
Have a
out.
screenshot
Yeah,
yet? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Nelson.
all good. Sweet. And yep, I'll get that one all sorted at the end of this session. But then now I know you wanted this Zoom recording, Luke. So if you want access to the recording, I'll be leaving it up for the next 24 hours. Just DM me the word live and I will send it through. Okay. Now we have a setting framework on appointment setting. Who feels like they understand everything we went over today and what we went through?
Yeah, I'll most likely be watching the recording again because I did join a little bit late and I'll get more of like for what he talked about today. But yeah, it's pretty simple today.
Cool.
Thank you, Uzo.
Cool.
No, pretty easy. I get all of it.
Cool. Perfect. Perfect. Now we're at the Q&A stage. Ask a question, I'll answer it live and direct. And then on top of that, just what made you join today so I can give live feedback as well.
So, Nelson, in your opinion, yeah, what do you think is the best way to make online income? Do you think it's from appointment setting and like, and what you've done and what like your history of like online income? What do you think in your opinion is like the best, to make money?
My honest opinion that I can give to anyone, it doesn't matter what it is you do, as long as you do something.
Mm.
Right? Because
Ooh.
we get fixated on should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do that? Just
Yeah.
get started on learning a skill set first. If that skill set is appointment setting, by all means. If that skill set's videography, by all means. Because the thing is, I hang around, you gotta find the thing that works for you. This isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? The thing is, I've hung around videographers, I've hung around editors, I've hung around a bunch of people who have different skill sets, but that's their thing. I can't go to them and say, do appointment setting, do appointment setting. It's really easy because they found their thing. So at the end of the day, you have to find your thing that works for you. Your thing might be remote closing. Your thing might be appointment setting. But as long as you stick to that one thing, you're gonna eventually get to that. Now, for a complete beginner, learn sales because sales is gonna take you so far you can't even imagine. Let's say number one. Oh, wait, let me explain why sales is the most important skill in the world. I was the most shyest person you ever meet. Never wanted to post content. I was always that kid at the back of the class, uh, that shy kid, right? That was me. Once I started to learn sales, I learned how to communicate with people. I built confidence within myself, and I know how to have a conversation with people now. That skill in itself is going to transfer into the real world that you don't even understand because conversating as a Polynesian is such a hard thing for us. That's a hot topic.
Yep.
That's why I want to talk about it because communication, I used to always mumble. I couldn't talk to someone without getting anxiety. Once I learned how to slow down my speech, I learned how to understand a person's psychology. I learned how to talk to people. That's when everything changed for me. Not only financially, but also in the real world. And also being able to connect with people, being able to just have conversations and meaningful conversations as well. So to answer your question, sales. Sales is the best.
Thank you also.
Go Shields. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
going off that, Nelson, based on the time that you've been in business doing everything through ABC, with the
Mhm.
Polynesian people that you've worked with, what would you say would have the highest success rate in terms of beginning sales? Is it what we've been learning lately with appointment setting
Yeah.
or sales?
Yeah. So with sales, it always starts with the foundation of appointment setting first. So you have sales, and then you have appointment setting and remote closing. So sales is like the overall of it. But appointment setting is a skill set within side of sales. So um the way I kind of break it down is like this is like the very basics of everything. Right? Because I want to make sure we're not getting overloaded with information and it's not making sense, and then, we're going left, right, and center, but rather we learn the basics first, then we implement it into action, and then we can start utilizing the training. We can start utilizing the successes of other people's results, and then going from there. Because I definitely worked with a lot of people. They've seen success, but the best success that they've seen is outside of business, is being able to have a conversation with other people, being able to communicate and just have a conversation in itself. I think that's the most fulfilling part about it.
Great.
Cool. Anyone else?
All right, also, if no one else has a question, so what's it called? So I've been studying this for a week now, a whole week. But then I also found something else that was also a side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I found a thing called clipping.
Yep.
In Australia, you can't get paid. You can't get paid by
TikTok.
TikTok to clip people.
Mm-hmm.
But I've eventually found someone that has paid me. I made my first $50 yesterday just
Mm-hmm.
by clipping him. He just sent it to me.
Let's
In your opinion, should I?
go. Let's
Yeah, it
go.
was pretty
50
good.
bucks
It was
online
really
first
good.
time.
In your opinion, do you think I should commit to it and like study these online a lot of these online income, or should I just stick to that one path, just clipping?
Absolutely, bro. I mean, you found something that worked for you, right? That's the thing. Like you have to find the thing that works for you. Now, with clipping, it's probably the best time to get into it. You know why? Streamers University, Kai Cenat. How many streamers out there need clippers right now? That's what I
Mm,
mean by, are you prepared for the opportunity that's around the corner? Because in 2 weeks' time, Kai Cenat might come out with another Streamers University, right? But
mm,
do you have experience? This is your first time to get experience. Let me amp this up because you've just seen results now. I'm not too
yeah.
sure if you know what Whoop is or WOP.
Oh, yeah. So I tried out what? I tried out what because I did my studies on it as well.
Yep.
I sent a message to a couple of people,
Hmm.
but when I watched the beginner's guide, he said that you can't get paid I'm not sure. I'm not positive about it. But he said you can't get paid if you're not from. So you can only get paid in the USA specifically,
Okay.
or in Europe. That's what I'm pretty sure that the guide said. So I
Okay.
don't think that you can get paid in Australia because
Right.
I tried WAP as well, but I
Mm.
didn't get any luck. But then
Okay.
when I saw someone post, because I followed him as soon as I started my account, I
Hmm.
followed him, and then I saw him. He said he's hiring clippers. Join his Discord. I joined his Discord. I clipped him for maybe 3 4 days. I
Yep.
started seeing results coming in, viewers coming in as well, and then I sent him a screenshot. And then yesterday he sent me he sent me $50. He's like, oh yeah, that's the way you got to start. Everyone starts somewhere, but
Let's go.
take that.
One
It's
week
really
in and you
good.
already made your first income online, bro. I mean, that's a testimonial to yourself, bro.
Yeah, but it couldn't like I could have never done this without Jesus Christ. Like
Amen. Amen. I
if it
mean,
wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
amen. I mean, that's beautiful to hear, bro. Especially saying, giving your grace and your glory to the man above. Um, And ultimately, bro, I'm proud of you, bro, because I've seen the journey that you've set out for yourself, and um, every single day posting content and then being able to make your first income online. I mean, that's testimonial to yourself, testimonial to your faith and believing in yourself. And it goes to show if you put the work in, you're gonna get results, right? If you don't get started though, nothing's gonna happen, nothing's gonna change. So I mean that's beautiful right there, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah, bro. Wait, can I ask you a question?
Sure, bro.
I just want to ask, like, um, with obviously it's taking a risk,
Hmm.
of how much the course is. Would you say that like success is guaranteed as long as you put the work in?
Success is guaranteed as long as you put the work in.
Like with this course?
See, the way I kind of see it, right? When you go to the gym and
Yeah.
you want to lose weight, you ask a PT, for example, right? And you tell them, if I put the work in, am I guaranteed to get success? What do you think the PT will tell you? Will they say, if you do the work, if you do what everything that's set out for you? Yes. But if you do things thinking you're going to do it, or you eat one cheat meal here and there, you do little things and you don't stick to the plan,
Mm.
do you feel like that you will start to succeed?
No.
So if you have everything you need to be successful, the 6 month plan, the accountability coach, everything you need to be successful, what do you feel like you need in order to just make it happen? Is it just show up and do the work and stick to the plan?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And if you do more on top of that, you're just going to outcompete every single other person. So you have everything right here to be successful. The only person stopping you from being successful is yourself, because everything right here is set in place. And the reason I say that is because TK right here started, he started like 6 days ago and he got certified in 4 days. So he followed the plan step by step, had the accountability coach, got it all done within 4 days. Right. So if TK can do it, if Burham can do it, if Sholem can do it, all within a 6 week period, I mean, anyone can do it, right?
Mm. All right.
Cool. Does anyone else have any questions? Cool. Well, I appreciate every single one that jumped on today. I would really appreciate if you guys did a shout out as well, just so I can repost it on my story and show some love. But it was really good catching up with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same time, every Monday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you for tonight. Catch you guys later.
Thank you so much, also. Take care. Have a good day.
God
Noodles.
bless.